What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and we have a lot of brand new information for you guys, including a big update on the Konate to Liverpool transfer story, a huge update on the Kylian Mbappe to Liverpool transfer story as well, and many other Liverpool rated news. So stick around and leave a like if you enjoy these, subscribe if you are new to my channel. And Fabrizio Romano said this on his Twitter, who is a very reliable journalist and transfer guru. He said, Konate to Liverpool is a done deal. Medicals already completed days ago. Liverpool are going to trigger the 35 million euro release clause, which is 30 million pounds, in the next days and announce the signing from RB Leipzig. Here we go, confirmed. The personal terms agreed since April the 23rd. The contract is until June the 2026th, so 5-year contract for Konate. And he also shared this, and this is the latest update. He shared it this morning. There is no chance for Kabak to stay at Liverpool. That is confirmed according to Fabrizio Romano. He's leaving the club and Schalke are looking to sell him to the Premier League or back to the Bundesliga. Schalke went down and there is no chance that Kabak will play in the second Bundesliga, in the German second division. And Fabrizio Romano said Liverpool FC will trigger Konate's release clause in the next few hours. And so Kabak will leave Liverpool. What do you make of this news? I think this is absolutely massive news. And yes, probably Konate is a better centre-back than Kabak if you just look at Liverpool's long-term future. Kabak is a really good centre-back, but I think for 18 million, probably in any other summer, apart from the last one, so if we were not in the pandemic, Liverpool would trigger the buyout clause or the option to buy clause in Kabak's contract, because for 18 million pounds you are getting a very experienced Turkish international centre-back who already played for Galatasaray, for Stuttgart, for Schalke and for Liverpool. And I think Kabak did tremendously well in these 5 or 6 months that he played for Liverpool. But Jurgen Klopp is also a big fan of him, but probably because of finances and because Liverpool need to spend money elsewhere to strengthen other areas of the pitch, Liverpool cannot afford to sign both Konate and Kabak in this same transfer window, and we are buying Konate. That's now 100%, unless that it's absolute disaster and he fails his medical like Nabil Fekir, but I don't think that will happen. And also Konate is a bargain for just 30 million pounds. Konate, I think, is very, very good value for money, and I feel very sorry for Kabak because he did everything that was asked of him. Jurgen Klopp was raving about him in his interviews. He said that Kabak is a great defender and he hopes Liverpool will sign him. But I think that decision is not down to Jurgen Klopp, it's down to the transfer policy and how much money Liverpool have. So it's a little bit sad that Kabak is not being kept by Liverpool. And Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez are certainly one of the most impressive centre-half combinations for Liverpool, and Liverpool don't need 6 centre-backs. That's why we are not signing Kabak for 80 million pounds, because Liverpool, apart from Virgil van Dijk and Gomez, we have Joel Matip, we have Konate, we have Nathaniel Phillips, so we don't need Kabak, and that's a real shame for Kabak, because I think he will turn into a really, really good centre-back, probably worth a lot more than 18 million pounds. But Liverpool don't need 6 centre-backs, 5 is enough, and with the development of Nat Phillips as well, who costs nothing to keep because he still has a contract, Nathaniel Phillips. Probably Liverpool decided between Nat Phillips and Kabak, and they are actually both very good centre-backs, but Nat Phillips costs nothing to keep, Kabak costs 18 million to keep, so we decided on Nat Phillips because of the pandemic, because Liverpool have to be very smart, very shrewd with their finances. Another very reliable journalist with close ties to Liverpool confirmed that Liverpool are not exercising the option to buy Kabak in the summer, and that is freelance journalist David Lynch, who said that Liverpool have informed Kabak already that he will be leaving Anfield this summer and returning to parent club Schalke, and basically Kabak will probably look for another club to sign for in the summer. And assuming that David Lynch's information is accurate, it will be a shame to lose such a talented player, because I think Kabak considering the circumstances, did really well, and he played at the maximum of his ability, and I think he will turn into a really good centre back. It's a shame we just can't afford to sign him and Konate at the same time, because he loves Liverpool. He already stated many times that he was a fan of Liverpool even before signing for the club on loan, and he wants to stay at Liverpool. So it's a real shame for him, and it must be painful. And Fabrizio Romano also confirmed that Wijnaldum is going to Barcelona. Confirmed, here we go. The verbal agreement has been reached between Wijnaldum and Barcelona. So Wijnaldum is joining Barcelona until June 2024. So he signs a new 3-year deal. He's expected to sign his contract in the next few days. Work in progress to complete the deal, reducing Gini Wijnaldum's salary. And it's a real shame that he accepts a lower salary at Barcelona, because he probably wants a new adventure. He probably wants to experience playing football in La Liga, experience playing football in Spain, living in Barcelona. I mean, Barcelona is one of my favorite cities. I was there once on holiday like many years ago, and it was an absolutely brilliant place to be for a week, and I would love to go back one day. So probably those are the main reasons why Wijnaldum is leaving. It's a shame to see him go to Barcelona, but I think it's a great adventure for him, and he won everything apart from domestic trophies at Liverpool, so I wish Wijnaldum all the best. And also Simon Hughes, who is a journalist working for The Athletic, has said that there is zero chance of Liverpool moving for Kylian Mbappe in this summer transfer window. And I said because of the pandemic that Liverpool just won't be able to afford the wages plus the transfer fee of Kylian Mbappe. But next summer, if Mbappe runs down his contract, we could go for him. And I said that myself, but this is what the journalist said. There is no chance of Liverpool trying to sign Mbappe this summer. Zero. A couple of years ago, Jurgen Klopp said that Liverpool's responsibility isn't to sign Kylian Mbappe, is to sign the next Kylian Mbappe. So basically to find a player like Sadio Mane, like Mo Salah, who is on the brink of greatness, who is on the brink of becoming world class, somebody like Diogo Jota, and sign him for a decent transfer fee, but not like 100 or 150 million. And when the manager speaks like that about a player who doesn't play for his own club, I think it's pretty telling what the strategy is at Liverpool. They won't be going for Mbappe. He's in a totally different league when it comes to transfers and wages to what Liverpool are operating in. And I think apart from Man City, I don't think many clubs can afford him. Yes, maybe Real Madrid if they take out another massive loan, but right now, who is able to buy Mbappe at the tail end of the pandemic? I'm not really sure. And Gareth Southgate has actually hinted that Trent Alexander-Arnold and Reece James could be used as midfielders for England at the Euros. He said, you see 4 right backs, I just see 4 very good footballers. Trippier can play right back or left back, Trent can play right back, wing back, and I think he can play in centre midfield. I've seen Reece James play right of a back three, wing back, and in central midfield. Those sorts of flexible players are hugely important. And I still think that Gareth Southgate has to take Trent Alexander-Arnold on into the Euros, because if he isn't, then that's absolutely mind-blowing stuff to not take the best right back in the world. And I mean, if you just compare Trent Alexander-Arnold's defensive statistics to the other 3 fullbacks, right backs, I mean, that are in the England squad right now, it's pretty clear that this idea that Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend is absolute rubbish, it's absolute nonsense. So the tackle success rate, Trent Alexander-Arnold is first with 58%, Walker 54%, Trippier 44%, and Reece James 39%. How many times have opponents dribbled past each player per 90 minutes? Trent is the lowest, 0.7, Walker 0.74, Reece James 1.1, and Trippier very similar, 1.1. Ball recoveries per 90 minutes, Trent Alexander-Arnold once again is the highest, 9.97 ball recoveries per 90 minutes, Trippier 8.9, Walker 8.6, Reece James 8.2. So it's absolutely mind-blowing that Trent Alexander-Arnold is a question whether he will be included in the squad which I just don't get it. He should be one of the first names on the team sheet for England at the Euros and beyond, but you know, that's just my opinion. Gareth Southgate is an absolute clown of a manager for England, so who knows what he will do. And Jason McAteer said this about Sadio Mane potentially leaving Liverpool in the summer. I just can't see Sadio Mane leaving. It's been a difficult time for him, and he will be the first to admit that he has struggled to find form. When you look at the past 5 seasons for Liverpool and Senegal, he has played a ridiculous amount of football. He hates coming off, he wants to play in every game, and he travels the world when he plays for his national side. It's going to take its toll. With Liverpool most weekends you can pick their strongest team, and Sadio Mane would always be in that. Liverpool haven't had the luxury of being able to rest him properly, and it's been very tough for him. I think we have just seen a tired Sadio Mane physically and mentally, which is why we aren't getting the performances we expect of him, or he expects of himself. I see him being a part of next season. There was no rest for him. He went from winning the title straight into the new season. Having a summer off will help him, so having that time to recharge the batteries will do him and the rest of the squad a world of good. And Jason McAteer also said that Jurgen Klopp will go for an out-and-out striker, someone who plays in between the goalposts and gets into the 6-yard box. You look at the number of opportunities Liverpool created and the chances missed, it's probably an area that Liverpool can improve at massively. You want the poacher to come in rather than a false 9 like Jota or Firmino, so they are probably looking for someone like that. Sergio Aguero would have been a good opportunity, but there is rumors he's going to Barcelona. It's an area of concern, but collectively the front three aren't too far off last season's numbers. Salah has just missed out on the Golden Boot. Mane's numbers have been down a little bit, but he has contributed in the past few games. Firmino isn't too far off his numbers from last season, so collectively they have done alright as a front three. It's a shame Danny Ings isn't still at Liverpool, because he would have been the perfect fit and relished the role like that. I don't think Danny Ings would come to Liverpool because he left Liverpool basically for the same reason. He doesn't want to sit on the bench. And according to the reports, Liverpool have rejected a €5 million bid for centre-forward Taiwo Avoni, who has been on loan at Union Berlin, I think, this season. And Avoni is a very talented player, but he's nowhere near good enough to play for Liverpool's first team, so probably Liverpool are looking to sell him. But Anderlecht is not the rich club. They are playing in a Belgium league, so Liverpool rejected a £4.3 million bid, and Liverpool are demanding a fee in the region of £8.5 to £9.5 million to allow Taiwo Avoni, who is a Nigerian striker, to leave the club. Probably we can meet in the middle, and maybe if Anderlecht bids £7.5 million, then Liverpool might accept that. And Liverpool probably need to sell as many of these fringe players as possible: Avoni, Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson, Xherdan Shaqiri, Divock Origi, and so on, many other players, because we need as much funds generated from player sales as possible. And Liverpool journalist James Pearce has revealed that there is no chance of Griezmann, the Barcelona striker, going to Anfield this summer. Many newspapers have linked Griezmann with Liverpool, but I never even made a video on that because I just can't see that happening. A Spanish outlet El Gol Digital had claimed that Liverpool were interested in signing Griezmann, but he said no chance of Griezmann, no idea where that's come from, he said. And yeah, I can't see Griezmann being of interest for Liverpool, because he's like, what, 30 years old now, or 29, something like that. So yeah, he's 30 years old, and yes, he contributed 20 goals and 12 assists for Barcelona this season in all competitions, but he's 30 years old, so there is no chance Liverpool are spending big money on a 30-year-old striker. And finally, the last news is that Fernando Torres has hinted that he is coming out of retirement and he is back in football, and I'm really interested to find out where he will play next season. Torres posted on Instagram to share a black and white image of himself wearing a number 9 shirt, and he said, "I only understand life in one way, playing. That's why I've decided to return," but no confirmation where he will play next season, so I'm really interested to find that out in the coming months. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.